Hello and welcome back to Spanish Animation. I'm your host, Dennis Patholkis, and this is Harley Quinn, Season 1, Episode 5, Being Harley Quinn. I loved that title actually too, and so it made a little more sense once we got into the episode. So before I get started here, let me take care of a little bit of business first. If you like what you see here, hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you, though, you can hit the bell down below here as well. Best way of doing it is going to suspendedfanimation.com. My schedule is up there, and it's changed every Monday. I also put it up on my Facebook page. And speaking of Facebook, if you still have it, um, you can join my Facebook group, Suspended Fanimation group, I should say, where you guys can post stuff and talk amongst yourselves. I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, I have a Patreon page too, and I will have some tiers set up at the end of or the beginning of next year, fairly soon here. So, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the shit out of the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch the episode. Come on back. This will be a video you can comment down below in the comment section. Thank you, Viking Bitch, for the paddle. All right. So, yeah, I mean, this series just is really good. If you haven't watched the series, really go and watch it. I mean, it's some good stuff. We go into Harley's mind in this one, just because she can't make a decision. She can't think for herself, obviously, at this point. And she's looking for layers, first of all. And the realtor that she's going through is asking her, well, what do you like? What villains do you admire? She doesn't know. Do you like chocolate or vanilla? I don't know. And basically, it ends up, breaking her brain to the point where she goes catatonic. And Dr. Psycho is gonna go in to fix her when, Poison Ivy's like, "No, no, no, no. We're not letting you in there by yourself, you perv," is what she says, and th basically, all of them go in at this point. And, yeah, as Dr. Psycho says when they're in there, hooker rules are in effect, and, Poison Ivy goes, "No kissing? Okay, stripper rules are in effect. Don't touch anything." And, of course, what happens is that Harley touches something, and, the brain goes on lockdown. So some just damn funny stuff. I mean, you get to see that Harley was always like this. She was always just this little evil shit. Even at 6 years old, she's playing with her dolls, and I guess her mom and dad did not have the best of a relationship going on, and she's acting out what her mom and dad are doing, and the mom's like, "You smell like alcohol and cheap whore. It's just somebody from work," you know. "You lying cocksucker," and cuts off the head of the doll, and everyone's like, "Whoa," and I love Clayface in this one too. That's some that's some great scene work from a six-year-old. He's doing master thespian. Um, I do love Alan Tudyk doing, Clayface, man. It's just fucking funny. Yeah, and that whole thing, so basically what kind of pushes this whole thing is, she sees a glitch in her origin story of Joker pushing her into the acid, only all we see is him and her at the top of the scaffolding, and then it glitches, and then her falling into the acid. We don't see him pushing her in. And so in order to get out of their mind there, or out of her mind, they need to find the emergency exit, which isn't a small feat because they've got little 6-year-old Carnivis uh, Harleys coming after them, and King Shark has no qualms whatsoever about biting little girls in half, which is pretty damn funny. In the meantime, and out in the world there, Cy Borgman finds their bodies, and he calls up an old spy friend of his, Black Mamba, who's voiced by Rhea Perlman, to get rid of the bodies, and they're going to, I found this was completely and totally wrong, and so I've watched it twice, and it's just wrong all the way around. The whole thing of, them burning bodies in an oven, with the really severe Jewish accents and things like that. I mean, I was just going, "Oh my god, you guys actually went that far with this," and I'm like, "Wow, that's really fucking wrong." It's funny, but it's wrong at the same time. Yes, the Jewish lightning thing, like I said, there were some parts of it I'm just sitting there just with my mouth open going, Wow, did I just actually watch that?" But, yeah, it was very, very wrong, but also just really damn funny. So, yeah, you got them, and they find out within Harley's mind 'cause they go to the optic nerve, and, Harley's eyes are open, so they see them talking, they see Sai and, Black Mamba talking there, Golda talking about burning their bodies, so now they're on a timeline. They need to get the hell out of her mind before their bodies get dumped in a furnace and lit on fire, of course. Otherwise, they die. And also, if they die in Harley's mind, they die in the real world as well. So they need to get the fuck out of this. Um, and of course, hilarity ensues. I do love the line from Golda going, "Hey, can you close Slutty Casper's eyes over there? It's kind of freaking me out." That's what she's talking about, Harley. She tells Sai to close Slutty Casper's eyes, which was just there's some really good, funny shit in this. There really is. There was a lot packed into the 20 minutes. The whole thing about them going, "Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street rules. Oh, being John Malkovich rules. Oh, this is an eternal sunshine of a spotless mind rules." So they're going through all the different rules of things as they're going through her mind, and it's hilarious. It really is. And when they go to the subconscious and find that it's filled with nothing but Joker in there, I think the one that made me laugh the hardest was Joker being a busker for a game that's Win Daddy's Love, and and she goes, "No, no, I'm not falling for that one." And King Shark's like, "Oh, you know that one's rigged. I know that one's rigged." And they all walk away from it. And it's just so fucking wrong, but at the same time, really funny. But you find out that she's really hung up on Joker still. Obviously, we know this. And she ends up having to go to Repressed Memory Island to find out what really happened in the origin story, and she finds out that she really did jump of her own volition, that she was in control the entire time, that she has been in control all this entire time, and, she just deluded herself into thinking that she gave up her control to him, and really, she's had this control the entire time. So this show is really working on so many different levels. It works on the gross comedy scale. It, uh it works on just, some really good movie references, show references, things like that. And then it also works on an adult level where you got these complex relationship issues that are happening, and her working this stuff out too. And yes, King Shark is one of my favorites, Stanley. Ron Funches is awesome in this. I can't recommend enough. Go and watch Powerless if you can go and find it. I think it's on CBS. Unfortunately, behind a paywall, probably by now, but if you can find it out there, he was one of the best things of it too. But also Alan Tudyk's in it as well, and just hilarious shit. So, yeah, it's good stuff. And Frankie Muniz playing himself as being the object of young Harley's affections, and the whole thing of her saying that she was going to kidnap him, get married to him, and then when they both reach puberty, she was going to tell him that she was taking the pill, but then not take it so she can get pregnant with his baby. And I was, it was like, holy fuck, man, really? That is not something a normal little girl would actually think of at that point. But yeah, so so damn wrong. Yeah. His giggle was, as he was swimming yeah, that whole thing with King Shark swimming across the water and kinda giggling, going, "Who would have thought that a man who's 70% shark, that this, would be tailor-made for his abilities?" Kinda thing, yeah. Yes, there were so many fucking creepy things in this, and, yeah, And then, Clayface posing as Frankie so that he can, lure all the little evil Harleys away from them so they can go out to repress Memory Island. And that whole thing of, he comes back and they first they think he's one of the Harleys, but he's actually posing. He's gone native, as he says, to evade them. And they hug him and they're like, "Oh, we're glad to have you back." He goes, "I'm getting hard." And they're like, "What?" And they all stand back. He goes, "No, no, no. I'm not getting an erection. My leg is getting hard." And they're like, "Holy shit, he's in the fire." And they need to get out, of course, at that point. And of course, we've got Cyborgman now, part-time on the team. He, wants to be brought along in some of their missions and stuff like that. Uh, basically, in payment for them using his mall, his dilapidated mall, as their new lair. So, yeah, this was just a good episode all the way around. I can't recommend this enough, and, just fucking funny. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, Jason Alexander was great, Rhea Perlman was great, Tony Hale as a Dr. Psycho. That whole thing when they first land in Harley's brain in, the Hall of Memories, and they're like, "Where's Psycho at?" And, he splays open Clayface's belly, and he's crawling out of it, and Clayface goes, "Look what what horrors I've unearthed," or what "Look what ugly baby I have birthed," is what he says. And King Shark going, "Does he taste like chocolate? Because in my dreams, he tastes like chocolate." Oh god, that is just fucking funny. Like I said, this show hits on all levels and doesn't stop from beginning to end. That's the whole thing. It goes all the way from beginning to end. It's funny, and it's actually got some deep, depth to it as well, and some good character actors. And I want to see more of Alan Tudyk. I want to see him as the Joker. I really do, because of this. He did such a great job. I want to see him as the Joker in a live action show or a movie, and dropping f bombs too, because that's the best part of it. What the fuck are you doing, Harley? Oh, good God, that is just funny. And then, of course, her changing her memories in order to, make her feel better and make her sane again. Yeah. Uh, Stanley Tweedle, it's Venture Brother-esque, but it's very much, its own entity. It's not Venture Brothers is its own genre altogether, I say. They, uh, they actually take things to a different level. This is just smart. It's really smart, yeah. Viking Bitch says they keep touching on the reality of a diluted mental state in this toxic relationship. I love, yeah. Um, that's also the nice thing about it too. And the whole thing about her realizing, like I said before, that she had control of this whole situation to begin with, that she was fucking nuts to begin with, that she was just a horrible person, and that she had control of this the entire time, that Joker didn't force her to do this, that she did this of her own volition. And that was actually kind of interesting as well that we got all that. So yeah, some good stuff. I can't wait for next week. Next week is something with James Gordon, which we haven't seen James Gordon back again, and I really want to see how Chris Maloney is going to do James Gordon. And also Harley Quinn's in the Batcave. She finds her way into the Batcave somehow and winds up with a bat wedgie of sorts. If you haven't seen the trailer, go and watch it. It's up there. Uh, yeah, but oh, this is a great show. This really is a good show. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. Like I said, I think the first episode is still up on DC Nation. So, Harley Stanley says, "Did you notice that Ivy was in a lot of the pictures?" Yeah, I noticed that too, Stanley. That was the other thing is, we already know that Harley has a thing for Ivy, but maybe not vice versa, or maybe vice versa. We don't know for sure. But yeah, they are not subtle about her attraction to poison ivy. So yes. That's always been there. Viking Mitch says she was always a crazy person. That's what, and that is why she attached him in the first place. Makes sense. No sane person is so easily manipulated to a life of crime. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. She, you're not going to just go, okay, all right, I'll do it. No, and it wasn't that Joker changed her mind into that. She always wanted to go in that direction. I did like her commencement speech to her valedictorian speech, where she's like, "Fuck all of you, and fuck the principal, fuck the shop teacher for looking at my ass every time I left class. Yeah, I saw you." And I love Dr. Psycho goes, "I pretty much gave the same speech at my sister's wedding." Ah, good, good, good stuff. But I gave you your name. Yeah, I know, really, that whole thing too. Yeah. You got Harley Quinn out of Harleen Quinzel. Fucking genius. Uh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. The shifty eye thing. The school shop teacher. God. Good stuff, man. Some really good stuff. I can't recommend it enough. So with that said, what else do I have going on? So tomorrow I have Saturday morning blast off, which right now is a little bit on the bear side because there isn't a lot of news this week because Christmas was this week, so there's not a lot of news that's out there, but that's still going to happen tomorrow morning. Saturday morning blast off, where I take the genre news of the week and any other genre stuff you guys want to talk about, and we discuss that. Sunday is going to be the reveal of who has won the mask here and who's won the keychain for Mr. Robot. Let's see. Monday is probably going to be Is It Worth My Time of The Witcher is what I'm thinking. Tuesday is going to be The Expanse. Wednesday and Thursday I think I'm going to have off, and then Friday we come back around to Harley Quinn. So, and also the Mandalorian contest too. Excuse me. For those of you who didn't know, there is a contest going on in the Mandalorian as well for 2 t-shirts and that guy there. So Stanley Tweedle says, sadly, I'll probably be with friends for SBO. Poor me. Oh, that's okay, Stanley. That's fine. We will keep the chat going half the time. Yeah, I know you guys ignore me all the time anyway. So I realize that. All right. So thank you everybody who made it here in the chat tonight. Thank you if you made it this far in the video. Also, if you're still on the fence about joining up, if, like, share, and subscribe. And if you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the very end of this video. You can see a video pop up here. Basically, what YouTube does, it takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one video in my vast video library. Up here is going to be The Mandalorian. That's what's going to be up there. The Mandalorian season finale is what's going on up there. Um, what else do I got going on? That's pretty much it. I've told you guys everything, and I should probably let you guys go for the evening. Again, thank you, everybody. It was a lot of fun. This episode is just awesome. It really is. Harley Quinn is just a delightful series, and I didn't know if that was going to be that good. Yes, Mandalorian was really good as well. Mandalorian was, it's a fucking good series. I have to watch that from beginning to end in one sitting and just see, how it plays out because I'm pretty sure it should play out fairly well. But I don't know. The dog all of a sudden looked up at something like someone was coming in or something. I don't know. I will let you guys go for the night. Thank you very much. So until tomorrow, which I'll see you for Saturday morning blast off. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may wind up on Repressed Memory Island. And hopefully you got King Shark in order to get you over there because those waters are shark infested. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.